Last week, Factor launched the Lando, the brand's first dedicated mountain biking range, with two frames on offer, the Lando HT and the Lando XC, which is the bike I've got behind me. Factor are probably better known for their road race bikes, like the O2 VAM, as ridden by World Tour team Israel Startup Nation. The Lando XC has 120mm of suspension travel at the front and 115 at the back, whereas the Lando HT is a hardtail with 110mm up front. The bikes made their racing debut at Cape Epic under the Amani Racing Team. The Amani Racing Team is an exciting opportunity for riders, predominantly in East Africa, to gain international racing experience. I got in touch with the team, who kindly shared some great video and photography from the race, and I'll talk more about how the team got on later. Both bikes are available now and will retail from £6,999 or $9,199 US for the full sus bike, and £5,399 or $7,099 for the hardtail. So pretty serious money, but they are pretty serious race bikes. I'm going to focus on the Lando XC, and to start things off, here are 5 things you need to know about it. Number 1, the bike uses a single link arrangement with flex stays. Number 2, as you might expect from Factor, they have paid attention to reducing weight in any area they can. 3, the frames feature a new T47 bottom bracket standard, which has been developed in conjunction with Ceramic Speed. Cue the angry comments. Number 4, you can run the Lando with conventional internal cable routing, or you can run it fully integrated. And finally, number 5, Black Ink, Factor's in-house parts brand, has launched new wheels, a rigid fork and finishing kit to complement the new frames. So before we delve a little bit deeper and the all-important weight of the bike, why not consider subscribing to our channel, liking this video and clicking on the bell icon so you get notified each and every time we upload a new video. Rather than appeal to the broadest possible audience, Factor has targeted the Lando range for cross-country racing and fast extended off-road epics. Want to try and break that fastest known time? Well, this bike intends to do just that. As mentioned, the full suspension bike has just been raced by Team Amani at Cape Epic, the brutal XC marathon stage race in South Africa. It's an international cycling team aimed at enhancing inclusivity in cycling and creating new opportunities for riders. Despite the pandemic, the team has already enabled 9 riders from Kenya, Uganda and Rwanda to train and race competitively at off-road events around the world. Credit to the hard work of individuals and brands which have partnered with the team to make this happen. The team consisted of 2 pairs. The first made up of team coordinator Sule Kangangi and Kenneth Karaya. Unfortunately, their race didn't quite go to plan, with Kenneth suffering from a back injury and eventually forced to quit. Some of you might recognise Kenneth from last year's event, as he teamed up last minute with EF Pro Cycling's Lachlan Morton. The second pair, made up of Nancy and Jordan, had a cracking second half of the race, and after several stage podiums finished 4th place in the mixed pairs category. I'm really looking forward to seeing more from Team Amani, the projects that they're involved in, like the Migration Gravel race, and what alternative racing the team are going to get involved in. Okay, back to the bike now, and I'm going to go into a little bit more detail into the nerdy suspension and geometry numbers. The Lando XC utilises a single swing arm pivot, single link arrangement with flex stays. Loads of brands are using flex stays with the latest generation of cross-country bikes, with the Lando's rear triangle, a single piece, alleviating the need for any pivots. The rear shock is vertically orientated, with Factor explaining that this is to concentrate the forces in the bottom bracket area so weight can be shed elsewhere. It's got a 67-degree head tube angle and a 75.5-degree seat tube angle. Now these measurements are relevant when running the 120mm fork with a 51mm offset and coupled with the 0 offset seat post. Okay, weights and details now. Factor is quoting a 2.1 kilogram weight for the Lando XC, including shock and hardware, but they haven't specified a size for this. But we weighed the complete bike, the one that's behind me, on our scales, and it came out at a respectable 10.59 kilograms. Being a keen bike packer myself, I think this next little detail is pretty cool. Both XC and HT frames have multiple mounting points to attach equipment on, and that's on top of the top tube and under the top tube. Note the mechanically mounted anti-rotation rubber guard to protect it from carbon damage if the fork were to be oversteered. Okay, many of you probably reached for the comments earlier when I mentioned the new bottom bracket standard. The T47 standard is essentially an oversized BSA threaded bottom bracket, but Bike Radar believes it to be the first time this standard has been used on a mountain bike. And let me know if we got that wrong. There are a surprising amount of permutations of the T47 standard, and Factor has opted for an 88.5mm variety. This variant, based on PF92, enables a wider and stronger down tube, as well as increased tyre clearance, which is up to 2.4 inches. This bike also has, apparently, an unkillable headset. Factor specs Ceramic Speed SLT headset bearings, which stands for Solid Lubrication Technology, and yes, they come with a lifetime warranty. Although they are very new to the market, Ceramic Speed claims that they have a very low maintenance cycle and they won't wear out. Due to the level of integration on this bike, you will need to undo your brake lines whenever you want to change your headset bearing. So, could this headset provide the ultimate, albeit expensive, solution for integrated systems? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Now is the finishing kit, which is made by Black Ink, Factor's sister component brand. Firstly, Factor's 27 wheels, which are actually 29-inch wheels, but they have a 27mm internal rim width and depth. It's hookless, runs on Ceramic Speed hub bearings, and comes in at a very light 1,459 grams per pair. Next is the aptly named bar stem, which is claimed to come in at 320 grams and in a 760mm width, which you could trim down. Factor includes an out-front GoPro-style computer mount with a double or single mount interface should you want to run it with a computer or lights. And finally, Black Ink has also announced a new rigid 2-bolt 31.8mm carbon seat post. Now, if I was riding this bike, I'd 100% want a dropper post. So while this one will keep the weight low, my riding skills say the extra weight is not an issue. So has Factor made a convincing transition to mountain biking? And do you want to see more from Team Amani in the future? Well, don't forget to let us know in the comments, like, subscribe and hit that bell icon so you know next time we upload a new video.